Hello guys, so today we are going to end the extra questions which I bought from other institutions. Okay, we were on the J advanced questions, so we are going to solve the last few some J advanced question. Then we will move back to Cengage problems. So this is question number 11, J advanced of quadratic section. The question is as follows. Let me read. Let P and Q are real numbers such that P not equal to Q, P cube is not equal to Q, and P cube is not equal to minus Q. If alpha and beta are two non-zero complex numbers, satisfies alpha plus beta equals to minus P and alpha cube plus beta cube equal to Q, then quadratic equation whose roots are alpha by beta and beta by alpha is. Okay, so we want to find a equation whose roots are alpha by beta and beta by alpha. Okay, now so how we can proceed? We have given now in this question how we will proceed. We can proceed like this. We have alpha plus beta. If I make, because I have whole cube, if I do whole cube, alpha plus beta, the whole cube. Okay, alpha cube plus beta cube, right, plus 3 alpha into beta into alpha plus beta. Okay, I have alpha sum of the roots. Okay, now I can put here, it will be minus P cube. This term I have been given Q plus 3. I need this term. This is minus P. Okay guys, so what I will do, I will bring this here. So I will get 3P alpha into beta. It will be Q plus P cube. Okay, now I can get alpha into beta, which will be Q plus P cube upon 3P. Okay, so I got product of the roots. Now let's do this sum of the roots. Okay, which will be, let me do this, it will be alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. Okay, if I multiply, I will get alpha square plus beta square upon alpha into beta, which will indirectly give me this will be alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha into beta. We have done it 1000 of times, alpha into beta, this thing in our previous video. Now we will put the values. We have this value, it will be P square. This will be this thing, Q plus P cube, okay, upon 3P the whole upon alpha into beta, right guys? Now let's do this. I am doing it here. It will be 3P cube minus Q minus P cube upon 3P, and if I put this alpha beta value, it will also have 3P, so 3P will cancel out. Q plus P cube upon 3P. This 3P will cancel out, which will give me 2P cube minus Q upon Q plus P cube. Okay guys, so we got the sum of the roots. Now product of the roots, which will be alpha by beta into beta by alpha, which will give me 1. So what equation I can form? X square minus sum of the roots means this sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots should be equal to 0. Let me do it here. What I am getting this. Let me put the values here. I have x square minus, this is 2P cube minus Q upon Q plus P cube, okay, into x plus 1 should be equal to 0. If I multiply throughout by Q plus P cube, I will have Q plus P cube into x square minus 2P cube minus Q into x plus Q plus P cube, sorry, P cube should be equal to 0. So this is my required equation. Now this is what the answer is. But let me tell you one more thing. One more thing I want to tell. If there is a student, he can also think like this. What I am telling, just think. He will tell, I have alpha cube plus beta cube, right? What I will do, I will break it like this: alpha plus beta into alpha square plus beta square, okay, minus alpha into beta, okay, like this. But what the error is in this formula, we will get, means this, we will get product of the roots, right? That is right, this formula is right. But what, for which it holds if alpha comma beta are real numbers, okay, real number, real number. So this books will teach you only the right answers, but what importance, what will make you to means to get selected is you should know what are wrong approaches. That they will not teach you. This approach is wrong. Why? Because alpha beta should be real numbers. And if you see the question clearly, they have mentioned the alpha beta are complex numbers satisfying. Okay, so alpha beta are complex number, non-zero complex numbers. So complex numbers does not satisfy the alpha comma beta real number. Okay, so they will not be here. Okay, this method is wrong. Although this process of thinking is right, but they fail due to the condition of formula, which we ignore. We just learn the formula. Okay, so we are done with this question. Let's move on to the second question of this video, which is this question. This is 12th question, which says as for let alpha and beta be the roots of x square minus 6x minus 2 equal to 0 with alpha greater than beta if an equal to alpha ki power n minus beta ki power n for n greater than 1. Okay, here n is greater than 1. Then the value of a10 minus 2a8 is. Okay, now we want to find this value. First, if I want to write a4, what it will be? It will be alpha raised to 4 minus beta raised to 4. This is the basic thing. So anything will be put on that instead of n. So just don't be scared. These questions are just to make you scared. They are very easy. Now let's get the sum and product of the root. Alpha plus beta is 6. Alpha into beta is minus 2. Okay, we are done with this. A ki power 10 is nothing but, let me substitute here all the values. A10 minus 2a8 upon 2a9. Okay, let me substitute these values. What I can get? Alpha ki power 10 minus beta ki power 10 minus 2 into alpha ki power 8 minus beta ki power 8, this stuff, and 2 alpha ki power 9 minus beta ki power 9. Now let's arrange it like this. Alpha ki power 10 minus 2 alpha ki power 8. Okay, if I take minus outside here, it will be beta ki power 10 plus 2 beta ki power 8 upon this stuff, which is 2 alpha ki power 9 minus beta ki power 9. Okay, moving on further, what we can do, if I take alpha ki power 8 common here, what I get? Alpha ki power 2 minus 2, beta ki power 8 common here, what I get? Beta square plus 2, the whole upon 2 into alpha ki power 9 minus beta ki power 9. Now here comes the best part of this question, which is basic thing which we ignore. What is it is? Let's see. If I put alpha beta are the root, so I can put alpha and beta. If I put alpha here, what I get? Alpha square minus 6 alpha minus 2 equal to 0, because we want to get alpha minus 2 rid of this value. So alpha minus 2 I am getting. So you should be alert in the question. Alpha square minus 2 is equal to 6 alpha. Similarly, beta square minus 2 is 6 beta. Let's put this value here. What we get? Let's see. It will be alpha power 8 6 alpha minus beta power 8 6 beta upon 2 alpha power 9 minus beta power 9. Okay, and the next step I am doing it here. It will be 6 alpha power 9 minus beta power 9. Here it will be 6 only. Okay, the whole upon, here it will be 6, here 2 into alpha power 9 minus beta power 9. Okay, now if I take 6 common, these two will cancel out and it will be this, and the answer is 3, which is C. So C is the answer. Okay guys, this question was from J 2011 for 4 marks. Okay, so we are done with this. Let's move on to the next question. This question was basic too. You should be alert that sometimes this quadratic equation should be used, and we have done such problems many times. Moving on to the last question of this, which is as follow. It is asked in again 2011. A value of b for which the equation x square plus bx minus 1 equal to 0 and x square plus x plus b equal to 0 have one root in common is a minus root 2 minus iota root 3 iota root 5, C option, d root 2. Now how we can proceed? It has one root common, and when you see its coefficient is 1, we can directly find it by subtracting equation. Why should we apply conditions, common root condition, when we have such unknown terms? So we will just subtract alpha square plus b alpha minus 1 equal to 0, and it will be alpha square plus alpha plus b. Let alpha be the common root, right? Okay guys, now if we subtract this, what we will get? B minus 1 into alpha minus 1 minus b should be equal to 0. What we are getting? Alpha equals to 1 plus b upon b minus 1. So we got alpha. Now in which equation should be put to get b value? In this equation or this? In this equation it will form quadratic equation again, so it will be difficult. Why put it there? Let's put it. We want to reduce our job, so it will be 1 plus b upon b minus 1 the whole square plus 1 plus b upon b minus 1 plus b should be equal to 0. If I multiply it throughout by b minus 1 the whole square, what I will get? 1 plus b the whole square, 1 plus b into b minus 1 plus b, okay, b into b minus 1 the whole square should be equal to 0, right? Now let's open this. It will be 1 plus 2b plus b square. It will be 1 minus b square, sorry, it will be b square minus 1, we got this, plus it will be into b square minus 2b plus 1 should be equal to 0. This will form 2b, this one will cancel out, 2b square plus 2b, okay, this will form b cube, 2b square plus b should be equal to 0. This 2 will cancel out 2b square and 2b square. We will, the thing which we will left with will be b cube plus 3b should be equal to 0. If I take b common, b square plus 3 should be equal to 0. So b equal to 0 or b equals to minus root 3. Sorry, it will be root 3 iota. Okay, minus root 3 iota. Okay, so this thing, so we are getting, but what we have in the option, it is minus iota root 3. It can also have b equal to 0. It would also be right, but here since they have given one option, we will move with b option, so b is the answer. Okay guys, so we are done with all the JEE advanced questions. Okay, now we will move back to single multiple choice questions. See you in the next video. Nowadays I am making short videos, okay, because many people don't watch large content at a single time, so I have tried to started making short videos. Hope you will like this. See you in the next video. Till then, take care.